Wonk. Fancy seeing you here. I'm Cryptic Luna, and this is another episode of Planets. We should be nearing the end of Caius's route. We are either, I won't say for certain because I don't know for certain, but I will say with strong confidence I think either this episode or the last episode should be... Cut! I have strong confidence that either this episode or the next episode will be the last one for Caius's route. We shall see. I could still be completely wrong. I don't know. Ah yeah, Haruhi went back home last night, so I don't know where Haruhi was before. So now there's no one to give me an excited greeting in the morning. Oh, what? Is Rui not good enough for you? Wow, it took me a second to remember her name. Though I can't say I'm sad about that because I have a splitting headache. Ugh. Marin-chan, what's wrong? Ruiko stands over my bed and looks down at me worriedly. Usually I'm up by now, but I can hardly bring myself to crawl out of bed. You look pale. My head really hurts. Oh my, are you sick? I don't know. Maybe you should stay here today and not go to classes. I can tell your teacher that you don't feel well and get your homework. No, it's okay. I'm sure it will go away eventually. Ruiko and I eat breakfast together, then part ways once the bell rings, but even then the headache still doesn't go away. For a moment I think about going back to my room and sleeping like Ruiko suggested, but I don't want to miss classes and have makeup homework, so I decide to push through it. I stumble through the hallways, trying to avoid the students all around me. Their voices and faces are all a blur, passing by me in a rush. I don't even hear any of their thoughts. I must be really out of it. Ugh. What's going on? My body feels light, as if it's full of nothing but air. Marin, what's wrong? A familiar voice comes from somewhere, and there's a hand reaching out to grab me. I would have given that boy a specific voice, but I don't know which one it is yet. Why are they trying to catch me? Without warning, my body falls onto something solid and hard. Marin! Marin! My vision slowly dissolves to nothing but whiteness and feels as if I'm floating on the air. White presses on my body from all sides. I can't distinguish up from down or right from left, and I have no concept of time. Then the white fades to a kaleidoscope of colors, spiraling around in a formation that makes me feel dizzy. There's a rushing pressure inside my head, but I can't find my hands to try and stop the pain. What is this? I try to close my eyes, but I have no control over my body. And then, as quickly as the strange lights came, they fade to a stop. What? Is this some kind of deja vu? This scene seems too familiar to be new. I swear I've seen this exact same thing before, somewhere. I open my eyes and sit up, then immediately clutch my head. A horrible pain pounds through my temples. This must be the worst headache I've ever had. The bright artificial light of the nurse room feels like daggers inserting themselves into my skull. I groan and close my eyes again, but blocking out the light doesn't make the pain stop. What's going on? Kazuoki-san, are you feeling alright? The school nurse comes from behind the curtain wearing a concerned look. The distress on my face must be obvious. I can hardly speak from the pain. The nurse becomes blurrier and blurrier before me. It seems like it's only intensifying as time passes, and then... the pain stops as abruptly as it began. It's gone. What's gone? The nurse leans over and feels my forehead, but there's no fever. Are you in pain? No, not anymore. What happened? You fainted in the middle of the hallway, and a boy brought you here. You haven't been skipping meals, have you? What? No, I ate breakfast this morning and everything. Well, the reasons for you fainting are unknown. You don't appear to be dehydrated or have a fever. Right when she finishes speaking, the door bursts open. Oh, hi. It's not normal to see him this serious. I'm a little intimidated. Please don't. You're freaking me out. Okinuma-sensei enters frantically. In his hand is a small device that nearly resembles a mini laptop. Okay. A Chromebook? Or smaller? Eh? Okinuma-san, why do you have that? He ignores her question and focuses intently on me, speaking rapidly. Kazuoki-san, do you hear any thoughts? Anything other than your own? Now that I think about it, I didn't hear anything from the nurse at all. I focus intently on her, but there's nothing. No, nothing. It's like I thought then, but I don't see how this is possible. He looks down at the machine, which emits a beeping noise. I can't see the screen, but it sounds as if it's measuring something with pre-calculated beeps. What is that, Okinuma-sensei? What's going on? This is a portable energy detection machine. It can gauge the level of energy that a human possesses. I've explained to you before, the psychics have high energy level, but this machine has detected that your energy is no longer as high as a psychic should be. What does that mean? Yes, it seems your powers have disappeared suddenly. Surprise! What? Your energy field has plummeted down to a normal human's levels. I don't know how this has happened. It shouldn't be possible for someone's energy to change so drastically and without warning. Okinuma-sensei turns the machine around to show me the screen. The display is too complicated for me to make anything of it. There are an abundance of colored lines and circles, and some of them are glowing. There are 3 larger circles in the center. 2 of them are glowing brightly, the other has a faint glow around it. He points to the circle that's glowing faintly. That circle represents you! The glow is your energy level. As you can see, it's very low compared to ours. I can't explain why it has changed, but with such a low field, you won't be able to use your powers anymore. What? What do I do? Do you think they'll come back? There's no way for me to tell, but somehow I doubt it. It seems highly unlikely that you'll get your power back, even if you were to have a concussion again. I just can't believe that you would regain your powers that easily. This is really strange. No, please, Okinuma-sensei, please. What is it? Please what? He looks at me with concern, setting his machine aside. I feel tears welling up in my eyes, using every bit of strength I have to hold them back. My memories, please. Don't take them from me. I'll do anything. I promise I won't tell anyone everything I've learned here. I promise I won't expose psychics to the world. Please, just don't erase my memories. I'm begging you. Calm down, Kazuoki-san, please! I have no intention of erasing your memory! What? Really? It's true that we do fear our psychic abilities becoming exposed to people who only have bad intentions. But I don't think you're one of those people, Kazuoki-san. You've made many friends at planets. I doubt you would want to risk hurting them by exploiting all of our secrets. Really? I let out a sigh of relief. Having my memories erased is the worst thing that I could ever imagine happening. But despite the fact that I feel a little better about the situation now, Okinuma-sensei still has the same serious expression. Kazuoki-san, I am a bit concerned about what to do with you now. There's no reason for you to stay here anymore if your powers aren't working. How about you stay here the rest of the day, and if there's no change in your energy field, then, well, I'll determine what will happen if that situation arises. I'll be back at the end of the day to check on you, alright? Okay. Please take care of her until I return, nurse. Okay, Oginuma-san. Oginuma-sensei picks up his machine and leaves the room, leaving behind an awkward silence. Do you need anything? Your head doesn't hurt anymore, does it? No, I'm fine. What about my classwork? I don't think you have to worry about that anymore, dear. If your powers don't return, it would be pointless for you to stay at planets. Your homework is the last thing you should worry about. Wait a minute. Are you saying that I might have to leave planets? Well, this is a school for psychics. If you aren't psychic, there wouldn't really be a reason for you to stay. I sink down in the bed, feeling sick. I might have to return home, back to my old town, my old school, my old life. Even though that's what I've wanted for so long, right now it feels unbelievable. How can I possibly return to my old life after all that has happened? As I enter a shock-induced stupor, the nurse seems to realize that I don't need her help and leaves to the staff room. I sit in the bed for what feels like hours, listening to the bells ring out in the hallway and students heading to their classes. They're all continuing with their normal lives, not having to worry about whether their psychic powers could appear or disappear at any moment. And then there's me, someone who doesn't seem to belong in either the psychic world or the normal world, but is dangling somewhere in between. Why did this happen to me? The sound of the door opening makes me jump, and I turn to see who it is. Oh no, it's Okinuma-sensei. I know that he isn't going to have anything for me but bad news! How are you feeling, Kazuoki-san? The same as before. Has my energy got up at all, Okinuma-sensei? He looks down at his machine and shakes his head. It feels like ice has dropped into my stomach. Afraid not. It's still at the same low level as it was this morning. So, even though I don't understand it, it looks like your powers aren't going to be coming back. At this point, the only option seems to be for you to go back to your home in Yasaragi. Oh my gosh. Does that mean I'm expelled? Well, it sounds especially terrible when you put it in that way, doesn't it? That's putting it in harsh terms. The fact is, you have no reason of being here, and therefore you shouldn't be here. I'm not telling you to leave permanently, only that the best option is for you to go home for now. But don't forget, Kazuoki-san, I have ties to your old high school as well. Should your powers come back, I will be there monitoring any future developments. You are welcome to come back to planet should your powers return, but for now I think it's best that you go home. Do I have to go right now? I don't get to say goodbye to anyone? Of course you can say goodbye. Classes will be over soon. I'll send you to your room to get your things, and before you leave, you can say goodbye to whoever you want. Okay. I stand up unsteadily and return to my dorm room. Is this really the last time that I'll see this room? Even though the whole place is decorated in creepy stuff. Stop calling them creepy stuffed animals! Marin! That window! Go without it! We've been over this whole series! I'm definitely going to miss sleeping here. I slowly start to pack my belongings while sighing heavily. It still hasn't sunk in yet that I'm really going home. Why are you here? Get out of my room! Go! You're the last person I want to see! Kazuoki-san, don't leave! Catching me completely off guard, Ryu just wraps his arms around me! Don't touch me! Ryu-kun, don't touch me! Oh god, everyone! Kazuoki-san, is it really true? Lucan enters too, making me even more surprised. Y'all are invading my personal space. Could you let me pack my things and think through things in peace? Yes, it's true. For some reason, my powers suddenly disappeared, so I have no reason of being here anymore. My memories aren't going to be erased, but I'm still sad. Marin-chan. Riko enters the room next and immediately embraces me. I heard everything that happened. You're leaving. Okay, who's telling everyone? Did Oginuma put it on over the intercom? Like, how did they know? Who told them? Who's the snitch? Just saying. Yes, I have to leave today. Man, I'm the wrong person. Ruiko, Ryu, too similar. And this sucks. Who am I going to tease all the time now? Probably literally anyone. You know, because you're not exactly the nicest person, Ryu. I don't want you to leave, Kazuoki-san. You're the only friend I have here. Can I come visit you at your house sometimes, Kazuoki-san? Sure, all of you can come visit me except for you, Ryu. I'm blackbanning you. I am banning you. What is it called? Whenever someone's not allowed to go to a certain store, is it called like blackbarred? I don't remember. You're not allowed, Ryu. Stay away from my house. I give each of them one last hug before grabbing my suitcase. Well, Ginuma-sensei is waiting for me, so I really should get going. You should probably find Caius. I promise to come visit you. I'll show up when you least expect it. No, that's creepy. Don't. Oh my god. I'm sure you will. Please don't. I will have you arrested. Don't push my boundary, Ryu. Goodbye. I hurriedly leave to keep myself from crying. Also from punching Ryu. Okay. I don't hate Ryu. I just hate Ryu's persona that he puts out. I don't hate Ryu as much as I hate this person he puts out. After saying my goodbyes, Oginuma-sensei teleports me back to my home and yells, "You're not gonna say goodbye to your boyfriend?" Caius deserves so much better than you, Marin. Out of all the people you said goodbye to, even if they're the ones who came to you, at no point you thought I should say goodbye to my boyfriend? I am truly sickened. That's so cold. I'm sure this isn't the last time I'll see you, Kazuoki-san. We'll probably bump into each other a few times in Yasaragi High School. Will we? From what I recall, you're never there. Alright, Oginuma-sensei. Thanks for everything, and sorry if I caused any trouble. Like not telling your son that I was leaving. You know, the son of yours that I am dating. See you around? Yes, see you later. Oginuma-sensei waves goodbye to me, and in a flash of white light, disappears. I'm really home for good, and I didn't say goodbye to my boyfriend. I drag my suitcase up to the front door and knock on it. Oh, honey! How nice to see you! Yeah. Why are you home? Is it some kind of vacation? Did something happen at Planets? Well, I explained to my mom about how I lost my powers, and because of that, I'm no longer allowed to return to the school. Then you were expelled? I guess you could put it that way. It's not as if I did something wrong, though. I couldn't control what happened to my powers. Also, because Oginuma-sensei is the principal of Yasaragi as well, he'll still be monitoring my energy and seeing if my powers ever come back. So, your powers are gone? Yes, I'm sure you're happy about that. Now you can think whatever you want. Oh, honey, it isn't like that. I'm just happy to have my normal daughter back. Are you feeling alright? You look a bit pale. Honestly, I'm a bit sad. I made a lot of important friends at Planets who I don't know when I'll get to see again. I miss being there already. In a way, I want my powers to come back. I learned so many interesting things there that I never imagined as being real. Being a part of that world for a short time made me realize that the world is a much bigger place than I ever imagined. It's going to be so hard to go back to being normal. Not wanting to talk anymore, I return to my room and start to unpack my belongings, replacing them where they were before I moved out. This room doesn't feel like mine anymore. I miss the room I shared with Ruiko, even with the stuffed animals everywhere. Having to go back to Yasuragi High School is going to be even worse. I didn't have friends in my classes and all of my work was way too easy for me. Ugh. Why did this have to happen? I spend my entire evening upstairs thinking about everything that's happened to me in the past few months. It almost feels like all the time I spent at planets didn't really happen, but was some kind of strange dream. How sad that even on a Friday night I have absolutely nothing to do but lay in my bed and stare boredly at the ceiling. I never thought that I would say this, but I actually want to be psychic again. The sound of something tapping outside of my room makes me jump, and I quickly sit up in bed. What was that? There's no way it's Harvey. It's nearly midnight. Don't tell me it's a burglar. No, that can't be it. I left my window open to let the cool air. If it's a burglar, they surely would have come in by now. Hesitantly, I approach the window and pull back the curtain. It's the boyfriend you forgot to say goodbye to. Bitch. Ugh. Before my scream can escape, a hand tightly clasped over my mouth. Shh, don't scream, it's just me. My eyes widen in shock upon realizing who the hand belongs to. It's Caius, the person, the boyfriend, who you claim you love so much that you did not say goodbye to. He should cut you off right then and there. But I know he won't. He removes his hand and climbs into the room quietly. I never thought Caius would find himself in my bedroom. He looks so out of place here, like he doesn't fit. But that's not to say I'm not happy to see him. In fact, I don't think I could possibly be happier. I immediately embrace him and he hugs me back. Caius, what are you doing here? I came to see you, obviously. Did you think that just because you don't go to planets anymore, you'd never see me again? Actually, yeah. Well, you don't have to worry about that. I'm not going to planets anymore either. What? What do you mean? There's nothing left for me to learn there. You know that my father is also the principal of your old school, right? Yeah. Well, he has a house here for when he has to stay for a long period of time. Seriously? So that means I'm going to live here from now on and go to the same school as you. You were all I had at Planets Marin. Without you there, it's meaningless. No way, you're really going to go to Yasuragi High School with me, guys? When you still can't properly control your psyche, you're going to claim you have nothing left to learn at Planets. I mean, I guess he's away from Ryu's bullying, but oh god, what is... I don't think... Also, you're just... Neither of you are going to address the fact she didn't say goodbye to you. Really? No way, you're really going to Yasuragi High School with me, Caius? Yeah, if it's okay with you. I have my concerns. Of course it's okay with me. I couldn't ask for anything better. At the sound of someone knocking on my bedroom door, both Caius and I startle. Marin, who are you talking to? It's my mom. Caius, you have to hide. Not sure what else to do, I shove Caius onto my bed and throw the blankets over him. That's a great hiding spot. He's tall and lanky and small. Shove him under the bed. He's a toothpick. I'm sure he'll fit. Just in time, too, my mom opens the door and looks around with a concern, like she can't see the mound of blankets. I heard voices. Why are you just standing in the middle of the room like that? And why is your window open? I was just getting some fresh air, that's all. Really? Yes, really. It was a bit stuffy in here. Well, that doesn't explain why I heard voices. I just got finished talking to Haru-chan on the phone. We were making some last-minute plans for tomorrow. All right. Good night. Phew, I barely escaped that one. Wearily, I climb onto my bed and remove the blanket that I had threw hastily onto Kai's. Sorry about that. If my mom knew there was a boy in here, she would kill me. Are you going to tell your mom about me, Marin? Hey, you mean tell her that you're my boyfriend? Yeah, I mean my dad already knows about you. Well, I'm sure I'll tell her eventually. It isn't that easy to tell her things. But you're a good person, so I'm sure she would approve of you. Even though her first impression of me wasn't that good. That's right, you barged into our house without knocking, and that was how she met you, right? Don't worry, you changed since then. She'll like this new Gaius a lot better. But guys, are you really okay with transferring to my school just to be with me? Obviously, isn't it obvious that I never liked going to that stupid school anyway? Everyone there is so annoying. I'm glad to finally get out of there. And, Adam looks at me with a blush on his face. I think you're worth it, Marin. Thanks. Thank you. It's going to be so much fun for you to live here from now on. Oh, but did you move into the house here in Yasaragi already? Nah, not yet. Then where are you going to sleep tonight? Guys wraps his arms around me and pulls me close to him. Right here! But that's... Relax, I'm not going to try anything. I just want to spend the night here with you. My mom's gonna walk in, and I have first-hand experience with this. It's not gonna go well. Although I have to admit, the thought of sharing my bed with a guy makes me nervous and shy, but as long as we can stay like this, I feel happy too. Okay, sure. Kais lays down in my bed, keeping me close to him. Good night, guys. Guys, I look up at him and see that his eyes are already closed. No matter what I say to him, he doesn't respond. The only sound he makes is gentle breaths coming from his mouth. He really likes it. Nope. He really is a heavy sleeper. It seems like nothing can wake him up. I sigh, relaxing in his arms. Honestly, there's no way I'm going to be able to sleep knowing that Gaius is right here with me. My heart is beating way too fast. Plus, I also have to play door duty in case Mom suddenly shows up. But there's no denying the happiness I feel. I wouldn't want things any other way. And now, Gaius and I can be together all the time. I'm excited to look forward to our future together. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Look at that! We made it all the way through to the end of Caius's route. I think Caius deserves better than Marin. Let's all be real here. Marin's kind of a sleaze. But, you know, I guess it's a good place for him to start. I still really enjoy this game, despite all of its quirks. It still means a lot to me. It feels rude to not let the credits roll, but I don't know how long the credits are. Testing by my brother. Ah! You're welcome. I'll come back to this game again multiple times. So there you go. There was Planet Caius's route. I'm going to take a break from this game on the channel for a little bit, but I will come back to it to cross out Ryu and Lucan's routes. And eventually the secret route of Haruhi, which I have never done before. And I don't know why I never did it. Part of it just felt really weird because it never felt like Haruhi was in the right mental space to be in any kind of romantic relationship, but I guess we'll see. So there you go. If you're feeling talkative, leave me a comment, because you know I love them comments. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up to show your support. And if you really like my content, subscribe and ring that notification bell to be notified of my every upload and live stream. Remember to love yourselves and stay safe. Goodbye!
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro, don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions, they blocking your vision. But no, you can't listen, that shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're dreaming.